Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Christy Denny's. I am one of your Miami trainers. Happy to be with you to discuss with you part two of Agent 3000. The name of your class is Agent 3000 Part 2, Lead Capture Strategies. So far in part one, we were able to cover our settings. We clicked on that green button on the left-hand side and we clicked on your settings. We were also able to discuss within your dashboard your two outlets of being able to access data information based on zip codes for active listings and sold properties with the averages. We went over your buyer registrations, your listing concessions, and your okay to advertise options. In part one, we also touched on Meet Eve, our new AI. We were also able to review all of the options within our brand and market new. Our next territory is going to be the Realty Business Card. This is a digital business card that is at no cost to you. I know that you may or may not always have your hard physical business cards present, but I know we always have our cell phones, and this is a modern way to make sure that we connect. We're going to click on Realty Biz Card so that we can set it up together. The first step is going to be to click on Realty Biz Card Setup. Now, the system also includes a quick tutorial on how to set up your Realty Biz Card. Now, this class is recorded, available for you to rewatch at any time, but keep in mind you also have these tutorials on these different sections of Agent 3000. You also have a watch video on how to get reviews from Google, Zillow, and Yelp after you've already began to collect these independent reviews. Now, to get started, we would get started with step one, and it gives us the instruction at the top. We want to enter our name that we wish for our Realty Biz card. So to keep it simple, I went ahead and I named mine Christy Denny's. That's going to be my first name, and my last name, no spaces. If we add a space inside of this card, it's technically going to leave a gap and it'll break the link. So make sure no spaces are added here. Step two, we're going to go ahead and add in our subtitle. If you happen to be a realtor, broker, real estate professional, or GRI, you are able to go ahead and select the option. So I'm going to select real estate professional, right click and copy, and then I can go ahead and either paste it into the part two section, or I can go ahead and physically type it in. For example, if your preference is real estate specialist or real estate consultant, you can add it in. If you have any certifications or designations, you can add those in. So for example, I am ePro certified. I have also taken Renee at Home with Diversity, C2EX, PSA. And if you have not taken a certification, you should. It's a great way to niche your business. It's an additional class that you can advertise in your signature and a talking point whenever you are speaking to a potential buyer or seller. If you don't know where those classes are, I'll go ahead and show you as we wrap up with class. As I move down through this section, part three will be simply select the template that you most like. If I click on the drop down arrow, we actually have 5 different templates that are going to be available in both a light option and a dark option. At this time, my new favorite is template 3, but they all are wonderful. If I click on template 3 in the light, it gives you a small preview. For a better view at what you're getting, just click on there and it'll highlight all of the options. So you can add in a headshot. Let me just make sure you can see that. And you can. We're going to add in the headshot, the background image in the back. Now here, the digital business card will allow you to search for property. I'm able to share the business card. I'm able to pull up the QR code, and anybody who gets my card is able to download my contacts into their cell phone. I can also add links here, so I can add a website, my Facebook page, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, my Twitter. I can even add those buyer guides that we made this morning, like the free home buyer guide and the free seller guide. We also have options to add in our direct phone number. People can text us through the SMS option. They can email me, they can verify my brokerage information, and then towards the bottom, again, they can search for property. It has an IDX. They're able to access my bio inside of the About section. They can leave me a review, which will be available here on my card, and then they can chat with me where it says SMS. They can send me a text. So for now, I really like that one, but they're all great. We'll show you another example. Look at template 4. Let's show it to you in the dark so you can see what that looks like. Here's template 4. There's that background. There's the headshot. Your information is nice and prominent. Here's that home finder so they can search. There's the QR code, how you can share, how they can save your contact into their phone. They can call you either on your cell or at work. They can text you, email you, and then your personal information. Towards the bottom, it's the same option. So just review these, see which one's your favorite. My for now favorite is number 3 in the light. Step number 4, you're going to choose a file from your computer so that you're able to upload your headshot. All right, choose your picture. So you choose your file, you upload it, and then you can select your background image. Now I've uploaded my own that says Miami Trainers, but you can select one of the images provided. So they have a lot of nice options. I'm going to change it up today to the city of Miami. If I wanted to choose my own or upload my own, you can choose your file from your computer. I'm going to press select, and now I've updated my background. Number 6, if you already have testimonials that customers have written for you in Zillow or in Google or in Yelp, you can click the links so that you can tie the accounts together, and the systems will go ahead and feed into your digital business card, and any new testimonial will appear at 2 a.m. Now, to go through all of this, since there are 3 different ones and not everyone has the same one, I do recommend clicking for the instructions on each section and watching the above video. In today's class, we're going to skip this piece and move on to number 7. So number 7, this should be a video of you introducing yourself. Who are you? How long have you been in the business? Why should somebody work with you? What are the benefits of working with you? What do you specialize in? An introductory video. How can you make that? Well, with the technology on your phone and the camera that we have on our cell phones, a nice video of you upload it into YouTube, and you can use that for so many things. You can use it here on your business card. Keep in mind, Matrix also has a section where you can add an introductory video as well. So you can put that in number 7. If you do not have that yet, you can leave it blank, or you can basically add any YouTube video that you'd like that happens to be public. Moving on down, this is number 8. This is the option where at no cost, your consumer can search property. Now, you don't receive the searches or what they looked for, but your card offers it. And it's an excellent talking point. Leave number 8 blank, and the system will automatically fill that for you. Number 9, you take a second and you add in your testimonial. I was going to say testimonial, but I meant to say your autobiography, your bio that you created. You want to pop that in there and then roll on down to number 10. Now in number 10, what I've done is I've added additional links to my card. I added my MLS Touch app because it is an excellent buyer tool. So anybody who gets my business card, I can let them know, listen, I also have my app on there. So if you want a better experience when you're searching for property, I have MLS Client available for you. I also linked the buyer guide and the first time home buyer guide, and then additional websites such as the trainer website, the Miami Realtors website, my testimonial page, and my social media like Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and the YouTube channel. But you can basically link whatever you want. You roll down and you save the changes to your business card, close. Then part 11, you click here to view your card, and it looks really good. These are my links. So this is to my MLS client. Here's that buyer guide that's available. And then once I've reviewed it, I can go ahead and scan the QR code so I can save it to my phone. Now, before I save it to my phone, I want to teach you how to add one of these links. So I'm going to I'll delete Instagram, and I'll go ahead and delete the buyer guide. Okay. The first one I'm going to do is going to be Instagram. So to add any link, you click on the green button that says click here to create a new link. Once you do that, the system has a little pop-up explaining the steps to you. It says a new link is going to be added. Please click where it says empty and give it a name to the URL. Also select an icon for the link, and then it gives you an example. So I want to do Facebook, and then I'm going to paste the entirety of that website. Close. In this example, it's Instagram, so I'm going to find where it says empty at the bottom. I'm going to click in there and I'm going to name it. It's going to be named Instagram. Then I have to check it off. It says the update is successful. I'm going to click on close. Now I need the URL. So I know my handle. It's www.instagram.com/CD Miami RE. And then I can check that off. Close. Now to finish, I do have to select the icon. So under icon, I just find Instagram. Close. Now Instagram, I prefer to push up to the top, so I'm going to put it right underneath my testimonials so anybody can quickly add me. Now I'm going to do one of the buyer guides. So I pulled the buyer guide from here, but if you're with me this morning, we'll roll up and go back into branded market new and back into branded ebooks. Then you can either create your preferred guide, like first time home buyer guide, add your bio if you like, and then create the ebook. Once you do that, roll on down when it appears, and I'm going to do first time home buyer guide. You want the link under the PDF URL. Click on that, and it's going to stay as an open tab on your browser. Copy the link, go back into Agent 3000, roll back down into your Realty Biz card, into your Realty Biz card setup, and all the way back down to those links. Now we're ready to set it up. So click to create the new link like we did at Instagram. It gives me the instructions. I'm going to say, okay, I understand. I'm going to find the empty tab, and this is going to be my home buyer guide. I'm going to check this off, close. Where it says empty, I'm pasting that link, close, and then the icon. It's an external link, and then I can move it up. So I like this up here. Oh no, I have two of these. The first time guide. Okay, so I'll delete this one. All right. So you can add and remove any of the guides that you like, any of the sites that you like, as well as any of the social media. Another recommendation, if you have not taken MLS Touch, please do. It is a mobile app that you can share. So I'm going to save my digital business card again. Anytime you make a change, you want to save the digital business card again. Now I can review it, see how it looks. I like it. I think it looks great. Now I'm going to go ahead and add it to my phone so I can share it. So how do I do that? I need to scan the QR code. So now I'm going to share my phone with you, and then I have to point it into the QR. Once you point it into the QR, you click on the little yellow link. Then now that it's available, it's letting me know we're going to add this app to the home screen. So find this icon. For some cell phones, I've seen it here, and some I see it at the top. We're going to click on this icon. Then we're going to push this upwards with our finger. And we're looking for add to the home screen by clicking on the plus sign. And then here's my digital business card. I'm going to click on done. And now it's available here. So this is the old one. I want to delete the old one because I made a change to it. And now I have access to my new one. So if anybody approaches me and wants to connect with me, I can click and I can share. So how can you share? You can either click on the share button, which is my favorite, because I am forced to either ask you for your cell phone number or your email. In which case, I can then follow up with you if you forget to follow up with me. I also get to share on social media, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Let me click on close. The other option that's popular is the QR code. So that means you yourself, my potential customer, can scan the QR code. But when you scan the QR code, I can't capture your information. I'd still have to wait for you to get back to me because you have my details. I don't have yours. Close. That's why my preference is this option. And then here, once they get it, they're able to download the entirety of the information onto their cell phone when they click to capture it. All of your links are available to them. So for example, my home buyer guide is here. How cool is that? They're able to access my social media. How cool is that? And it is at no cost to you. Okay. Let me go ahead and go back into the screen. Close. And this is your Realty Biz card. So we went ahead and we set it up using all of the spaces. Your next option under Realty Biz Card Setup. Once you've set it up, you'll then have QR codes and email signatures that you can apply. So I'm going to click on QR codes and email signatures. You have a tutorial up at the top. Click here to watch a video on how to set up your email signature. You have a few templates available. You have a QR code that you can add to your email signature, which includes all of the details of your card. You have a smaller signature, which is available here in an HTML format. And then you have the bigger option, which includes your photo, your QR, your contact information, your website, your office location, as well as click here to view your digital card. You can copy the HTML signature. So it's copied onto my mouse. And then depending on the type of service you have, you get instructions. Gmail email signature. It says click on your settings here. Click under your general tab. Find signature. Click the plus button. Give the signature a name. Paste the signature. Save the change. You also have that available for our Apple Mail, iMac, and MacBooks, Apple Mail for iPhones and iPads, Outlook browser-based, Outlook for Windows, Outlook for iMac and MacBooks, and then other programs like Yahoo, AOL, etc. You happen to click and access those instructions for each. Okay, so these are available for you to use as well. I think they look great. Moving into the next section, this is called reviews. So reviews, these are available on your card. If you happen to have a review and you'd like to add it to your business card, you can click on New Review, put in the person that sent the review to you, paste the information and save. You also have the option within the business card for people to automatically write a review for you. If anybody texts you through your business card, you're able to access those information or those texts here. And then if there's any activity on the card, meaning you have shared the card and someone has clicked on the card, you're able to access that activity right over here. And that is the Realty Biz Card option. We're going to move into the next section, but before I do, what are your thoughts on the Realty Biz Card? And let me see who's with us today. Lourdes is with us today. Welcome back. Can they see your listings? They cannot. So on this card, they can do a property search. So they can search. They have a few filters, but they don't have your listings unless you share a link. And my recommendation is possibly sharing the listing concessions link on there. How can I add the icon to the top like you? So when it comes to the links on the top, it would be the style Mercedes. So I picked a different card, Realty Biz card in template, choose template part 3. I chose template 3 so that the links are at the top, but your card looks fantastic. Nina is a fan. Claudia loves it. One is a fan. It's really good. Yes, it is. It is like a mini website, Mari. You're right about that. Okay, so the Realty Biz card, it's free. You can use it. It is available to you. You can make as many changes, add as many links. Let's go ahead and move into our next section, which is called the Open House New section. I'm going to open this up. So what is this? This is the ability for you to register anybody who comes into your open house. So pretend you're the listing agent, you are hosting an amazing open house, people are coming in, and for the safety of your sellers, of yourself, you are having everyone register, putting in their first name, their last name, how they heard about your open house, maybe contact information if they'd like you to follow up, stuff like that. And sometimes agents will have something like this on a piece of paper, which is perfectly fine. But if you want to follow up with them, that handwriting can get quite difficult to read out. So we have a modern way that you can register those people. You can open up your laptop and or your iPad and you can have them virtually register. This is available using the Open House New option, and we'll start on Open House page. Does anybody have a listing that they would like to share with me so that we can do the open house registration? If not, I can just pull one from the MLS as an example, but if anybody has an MLS they'd like to give me, I would happily use it as an example. Gladys was very fast. A118-145-20. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this in. Now from here, I can pick my favorite photo since, ooh, this is a very nice house. Let's go ahead and pick one of the photos. And then I'm going to roll on down and we're going to set up the open house. So all of the photos came in, I picked one, and then we're going to do our open house. We're going to do our open house on the 9th. And the theme, you can do light or dark. I'm going to do light. And anybody who registers, I'm going to ask for their first name, their last name, and their email. That is the minimum so that the system can register the person and you can send them a thank you for attending. But I can ask things like phone number, are you working with another agent? Where did you hear about my open house? And then how soon are you looking to purchase? I'm going to roll on down. Number 5 is already checked off. It wants to add in my photo. My contact information is coming from my settings. So first name, last name, email, and phone number are already included. Number 7 is part of the upgrade. So that's basically the ability for anybody who registers to opt into a monthly email that the system will automatically send them. Since we are working with the free version, ignore number 7 and move into number 8. Number 8 is going to be a property website that's already been created using the images from the listing. So number 8 is good to go. I don't have to do anything. Now, as I capture their information, this is the email that I'm going to send them. It says, "Thank you for visiting us at 14630 Southwest 147th Court in Miami." And it says, "Hello, thank you for being a guest at the open house located at 14630 Southwest 147th Court in Miami. Click here to view the property details." So when they click here, it's going to be that website that the system created. And look how nice it looks. Okay, so they have the information of that open house and the details. Okay, so that's already embedded. Click here to view the property details. Please let me know if you have any feedback for me or the seller. Now, you can also add another one. Click here to view a first time home buyer guide because you can customize this. So I'll go back, I'll grab my home buyer guide. Also, you can do this in any email. I'll highlight, click here. Then I'll use my linking tool, which looks like a paper clip. And then I'll paste it and press OK. Okay, so now you have 2 links for them. You have the property details for them. You have a little gift for them, which is a first time home buyer guide. You can customize it however you like. And now we're going to save it. Close. Once I've done that, I can roll down and my information or my virtual registration will be available right over here. So I'm going to click on view. This is the one I just did with you guys. Click here to open. And look how good it looks. What do you think, Gladys? Does it look good? It's your listing. So typically if Gladys does it, her image will populate here. All of her information will be here as well. On the right-hand side, there's a QR code. Now that QR code will be the property website. Has 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. The size is 2,153 square feet, priced at $899, $999. Now, anybody who comes in to register, they can add in their first name, last name, email address, phone number. Are they working with a realtor? No. How soon are they interested in purchasing? Just looking. How did you hear about my open house? Social media. If they say that they are working with an agent, it does ask them, well, who are you working with? And if they really are working with an agent, it should be pretty easy for them to remember their name. So that may convince them to say, well, I'm not really working with an agent. And then they sign in. When they click sign in, it says, "Thank you for viewing." It switches to the next page so somebody else can register coming in. And then remember, it's automatically sending that email saying, "Thank you for coming," with our 2 guides to anyone who registers. Now, aside from that happening, you're able to take this link that we created and you can email the link however you like. So if you wanted to email this link to yourself so that you can access it in another device, you can do so. If you wanted to send it to the seller so that they can see what you're doing, That's another option. If you simply wanted to test it, you can do that. And then up at the top, underneath open house pages, you have open house guests. That's going to be a list of everyone who registered with you. It gives you their name, their email, it gives you the address, the MLS number, the open house URL, and then the answers to their questions. So this is a great way to generate or to capture potential leads. Okay, let's check the chat for any questions. When I copied the link, where did I get that link? Jackie, where I got the link was I created it. So it was inside of open houses, open house page. Now we did the steps. We added the MLS number, we added the dates, we picked our theme color, what we want to ask our registered people or our guests. Your contact information goes here. And then the QR code and everything fills once you put the MLS number. But the link, when you click on save, it's at the bottom. So it'll save it. This is the one I saved with you guys now. And I clicked here to open it. This, I would have people register either on an iPad, that would be perfect. If they wanted to register on your laptop and you have it open, as they come in and they register, that's fine too. However you'd like. But yes, the iPad sounds very sleek. Okay, so that is the open house registrations. Then we also learned how to get all of the names of everyone who registered with us. And then keep in mind at the bottom of this page, you can also export all the contacts or decide, well, I just want to export this month. So you can follow up with them in a different way if you'd like to. Moving on to the next section. So you do have net sheets. Net sheets are available for you to give options. Give options to your sellers and your buyers pertaining to the possible amount of money that they can stay with once they sell their property. You'll also have a sheet regarding closing costs for the buyer. And if I have time, I will come back here, but I want to cover the best programs. And then when I have time for the other ones, I'll show you the other ones. So my next favorite is going to be the landing pages. So I'm going to click on landing pages. This is another way that you can generate leads. What is a landing page? A landing page is a post on social media that entices someone to give you their information. So, in return for my phone number or my email, I'm hoping to get something from you. You can do the buyer guide, you can do a seller guide, you can do anything that you want. You can offer a CMA, possibly. So, we give it a name first. Landing page name. Let's see. What is the current value? Um, maybe find out the value of your home in um, as of August 2025 is going to be the name of my landing page. Then it says add contact info. Yes, I'm going to add my info. Then it says, do you want a background image? I'm going to select the image here. And I can upload my own photo or I can pick one of these images. So I'm going to choose this house here. Then I'm going to roll on down and I'm going to select it. Now it's created a stark white box in the middle of my picture so I don't see the house. I want to make it look a little bit more modern, so I'm going to make it transparent. I'm going to take the Dialog BG opacity option, or in other words, I'm going to take this small little bubble and I'm going to drag it to the left so that it fits right underneath the white square. And when I release it, it's the perfect amount of transparency. Now I'm going to put my message inside of this box and I'm going to basically use the same message as the name of my landing page. Then I need to make it a little bit bigger so it's easy to read. So I'm going to bold it. Then I'm going to center it and I'm going to increase the size, which is on the third row, to 72 is too big, 48. I feel good with that. If it's too big, we can edit it later. Button text. So I want them to click on it. So it says, send me my free list now. It's not a list, it's more of an estimate. So I'm going to change this to say estimate. So find out the value of your home as of August 2025. They need to press the button that says, send me my free estimate now. And then I need to receive that request. So I'm going to put in the email that I want all the leads to come to. Then they can also continue with Facebook. I don't mind. I'll get the information anyway. And in order for them to get the CMA, they can send me their first name, their phone number, and their email. Now, I know I need the property address to do a CMA, but I feel like that may have to be a secondary email because I just don't think people are very comfortable just giving out their email address right away. I mean, their home address right away. So you could include it, or you can let that be a secondary email that they get through the process, or you can give them a call from here to get that going. As I move through here, you have group, optional drip email action plans. We're going to ignore those pieces. That's for the upgrade. We're focusing on the free, and we're going to go into response. We're going to change from text, which again is paid, to redirect URL. Where it says redirect URL, you can take them anywhere you want. My preference for now is going to be my website. And within the Agent 3000 website, I have a section for property owners that's called the home valuation request. And they'll get this where they would send me their information so I can do the CMA. So I'm going to paste this link. Then again, you can put any destination link there that you want. And then now I'm sending them a follow-up email. Thank you for your interest. By the way, is there any specific criteria or features that you're interested in? Thank you, Christy Denny's. This you can delete it and you can write whatever you want. Okay, thank you for your interest. I can send you a free evaluation right away with a few more details of your home. You can use the easy questionnaire here, here. Another option, we can connect and discuss. So you do not have to share your information in an email. Or however you want to write it. But these are just ideas. Okay. Now I want to add the questionnaire. And they have a really great one on the website. So I'm going to just grab it, copy, go back into the email, and then highlight questionnaire here. Use my linking tool and paste it inside. It is a URL and press OK. Now at the end, I can go ahead and add in my signature, roll on down, and then submit. And I have created a landing page. Now, where's the landing page? I'll roll down. These are some of the other ones that I've made. This is the one that we made just now. Find out the value of your home as of August 2025. Here's the link. And this is what we made. It says, find out the value of your home as of August 2025. They can continue with Facebook or they can give me their name, email, and phone number. And then I will send them the free estimate now. And from here, they can start to fill out their information so I can get that valuation for them. At the same time, they're also getting that email from me as well. Okay. Now I have another tip for you. You can edit this at any time. So edit. And I put in there, I put estate. And I meant to say estimate. I'm going to roll down, submit the change. And then grab it. So I'm going to roll all the way down to the end and get the new link with the change. There we go. And now I want to share it onto social media. Copy. Keep in mind, we also added our details. So this is called a hamburger icon. And if they click on here, they'll get my details. So I'm going to go into Facebook. Give it a second to load. Now you can do a CMA for them. You can pull an RPR report for them. You can pull an IMAP report for them. You can get into the nitty-gritty with them on a Zoom. You can schedule an appointment, but it is one of those ways that you can generate interest. So they click on the link and they get this page, they fill it out, and they'll get access to the home valuation page that I linked them to. And we can generate a lead that way with a landing page. So the landing page has a lot of steps. Do you guys want to see it one more time with a different example, or do you feel comfortable? What do you think of the landing page? There's a few of you with me this afternoon. We have 32 participants today. Hi, guys. Was the landing page tricky? Was it easy? Let's see. Do it one more time. Rabia feels good. She says it's fine. Mercedes would love to see it one more time. Claudia as well. So we're going to do it with another example. All right, Agent 3000. What else can I do it with anything you want, but I'm going to pull information from brand and market new. And I'm going to pull one of these worksheets and checklists. And let's see. We did this one today. We did the seller's pre-listing to-do checklist that I think came out pretty good. And I'm going to get the URL. So PDF URL, I'm going to pull that. And here's my URL. And I'm going to do a landing page with a seller's pre-list to-do checklist. Okay. Now that I got my worksheet, I'm going to move back into my landing page and we'll do it one more time. This is going to be the seller's pre-listing to-do checklist. I'm going to add my contact information. I'm going to select an image. And from here, I'm going to pick, so I'll do the kitchen. I'm going to roll on down and I'm going to select. Now, the stark white box, we're going to move the little blue dot underneath the white square. Then we're going to use the same title for the call to action. We're going to double click it. We're going to update that size to 48. We're going to center it and we're going to bold it. We're going to roll down and it says, send me my free list now. It is a list, so I'm going to keep it as is. All my leads, I would like them to go to this email. And I'm going to require name, phone number, and email. I'm going to skip until I get to response. And I'm going to choose redirect. Then I'm going to pull that list, copy the link, and put it right into the response text or the or the destination URL. Now I'm writing the email. So this is going to be their list. Thank you for your interest. You can write them whatever email you'd like, and then you can reattach it. You can find the available here, right? And then you can add anything else you'd like to this list or this email. You can further personalize it. I'll take the URL again and I'll put it in the email. Why do I want to do that? Just in case they lost that initial page in the email, they'll get it. Highlight where you want to put it, use the linking tool, paste the URL, press OK, scroll on down and submit. You have created another landing page. So the one that we just made floats to the top. The one that we just saved is all the way at the bottom. This is the seller's pre-listing to-do list. Seller's pre-listing to-do list. They add in their information, send me my free list now. They get that email from me. They automatically get the pre-list to-do checklist information. Keep in mind, all of your details are branded to this page and they're getting an email from you. So you can do this with any of the free options that you have inside of Agent 3000. You can always boost that post as well inside of Facebook. Okay, and make a digital ad out of it. Okay, that is your landing pages. Moving into the next section, we have social media tools. Now, inside of social media tools, one of my favorite options is called the listing collage post because the listings look fantastic and it's an easy way for you to post content onto Instagram or Facebook or create a digital ad and highlight your listing or an okay to advertise property. Yes, this class it is recorded and it's available for you to watch at any time, Elizabeth. Let's do the listing collage post. I'm going to roll up and see if anybody added another MLS number for me. I do see Hannah has one. I'm hoping it starts with an A. A11843 8 A11843 843. There it is. It's a property on Collins. I'm going to go ahead and select it. Now from here, it's letting me know, listen, Christy, this is not your listing. This is Hannah's listing at Beachfront Realty. By checking, you need to accept the terms and acknowledge that this is not your listing and that you have received permission from the listing agent and brokerage to advertise. So you do want that permission in writing, or you want to pick properties that are either yours, belong to your office, or are okay to advertise. I'm going to go ahead and accept this term, and I'm going to click on I agree. Now all of the pictures will become available for me, and all I need to do is drop some nice ones into my template of 5. So the listing needs to have at least 5 photos for me to be able to create the post. I'm going to put the building here. I'm going to add the pool shot. So that's one of the nice amenities that's available. It is by the beach. I'll add in here the kitchen. I'll add in here the spacious living room. And if I wanted to switch anything about, you can. So for example, if I wanted to change one of these images, you can simply either layer it or remove the image and then add the new one. Okay, so you're able to move these around however you'd like. Create collage, roll on down, and we're able to take the images and make something really nice using our pictures from our listing so that we are able to share them on social media. Okay, now if I wanted to use it, I would click here to download the screenshot. It is available now. Share, and it looks so good. You're able to rework those pictures however you'd like. And it takes seconds to create. And that is called your social media tool, the listing collage post. All right. Another easy share on social media. Let's keep going. We have so much that we can share today. Your next option in here is going to be the flyers. So I'm going to roll down. So video tours, transaction history, documents, these are part of the upgrade. Reports are at no cost, but technically they're internal reports. So you have here how you rank as an agent, your production statistics. You can compare sales activity and then the absorption rate. So I'm going to move through here and cover the best of the best, and then we will, if we have time, roll back into some of the other options. So I want to share with you the flyers. If you open up the flyers, you can create a 1 photo flyer, you can create a 4 photo flyer, a 10 photo flyer, an open house, and a just listed, just sold, or front or rent option. I'm going to show you the most complicated one. So then once you know the complicated one, all of the other ones are super simple. So I'm going to start with the just listed, just sold for rent option. So I was able to highlight Hannah's. I was able to highlight Gladys's listing. If anybody else wants to share a listing, I am more than happy to highlight it in class. Technically, you're networking and you have 30 other agents that are aware of your listings. So if your seller asks, you were networking today and taking a class / marketing. So I'm going to go ahead and use the MLS number that I have available here. A11 843 843. Okay. Once you've accepted the terms and you click on I agree, you'll take those images and you will slide them into place. And once you've slid everything into place, roll on down and you make some decisions. For the flyer, do you want to show the address? Do you want to show the price? For this particular one, I would like to because it's a just listed flyer. And then you can choose. Would you like it to be a just listed, a just sold, or a for rent? Let's go ahead and do just listed. Here I can add, do I want my profile photo or do I want a QR code? I'm going to select the QR code so I can make it a little bit more modern. And then I'm going to choose a frame around it. So I'm going to select the image, choose the red or blue. I'm going to select and then roll on down. Here I just want to verify the information, review the remarks, and then how would you like to share it? You can create a PDF or you can also create a JPEG. So PDF, excellent if you want to print it or attach it to an email. JPEG, awesome if you want to post it on social media or you want to send it in an email as an image, you can do so too. So I'm going to click on PDF and I'm going to open that up and I'm going to share it with you. And in a few clicks, you have created a just listed flyer with a QR code. Now, where does the QR code take you? I know you have your cell phones. We're going to open up those cell phones. We're going to highlight that QR code. And when you click on that little QR code, it'll give you access to the property information. Okay, so this is another flyer that you are able to do. Again, no cost to you, super simple to do. Technically, all you need is an MLS number. So now that we know how to do the just listed, just sold for rent, let's do one more. We're going to do the open house flyer. Now I'm going to highlight the other MLS number that was shared with me. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in here. I'm going to do A11814 520. I'll give that a second and select it. Accept the terms, click on I agree. From here, I'm going to take the images and I'm going to drag them into place, filling up all of the little squares from my template. Once I've added all of my pictures, I'm going to roll on down. Do I want to show the address? Yes. Do I want to show the price? Yes. Is it an open house? This is public for all, or am I simply inviting the other professionals, which is a broker's open house? I'm going to do a regular open house and my date will be August 9th. I'm going to start at 10 in the morning. I'm going to finish at noon. And then if I want to do the next day, which will be the 10th, I can start at the same time, 10 in the morning. I'll be done by noon. I can add either the QR code or my profile photo. Last time we did QR code, so this time we'll do the profile photo. We're going to select the border. So I'll do, in this example, light gray and blue. Review my section. These are my amenities. These are my remarks. And then I'm going to do a JPEG in this example. And now I have my other open house flyer done in a few seconds. So how is the Agent 3000? Will come with a URL if I decide to get Agent 3000. So Agent 3000 will include the template for the website, Elizabeth, and it'll also include a CRM product with all of the free benefits that you already have. It does not come with a URL. So for example, mine, since I have the upgrade, but I didn't get a URL, it comes in as christydenny's.listingspy.com. So if I wanted it to be something else, like Elizabeth sells property in South Florida, then I would have to go through a provider like GoDaddy, and they have an additional fee for that. I don't think it's too expensive, but it is an additional fee to go through Agent 3000 in the sense of you would need a vanity title or a vanity link. So we've done our flyers. We did our open house flyer. We did our just listed flyer. And honestly, if you know how to do one, you know how to do them all. So they've made it very easy for us to be able to plug and play when it comes to creating content inside of Agent 3000. All right. Moving to our next section. So our next section is called the property or the single property website. We reviewed the single property website this morning. So initially when we did the okay to advertise, we were able to filter out property that was already okay to advertise and available for us to advertise that happened to be listings that weren't ours. They belong to another brokerage, to another agent. We asked permission, or we searched through the filter okay to advertise. Attribution not required. You also have the option to go direct. So you can go directly into single property website. And if you happen to click here, below are your listings for your reference. So if you click here and you already have listings, some of you will have the ability to already find all of your listings here. So all you would need to do is copy the MLS number and then paste it inside the MLS section. Now, my listings are not real listings because I'm not a real estate agent, but you are able to do so with your own listings. Another option, you can go into Agent 3000, you can go into My Matrix dashboard, and you can look up your firm's active listings as we discussed this morning, and you can find any of the listings that you wish when it comes to your own properties. Another tip for you, if you want to filter all of the okay to advertise properties, my recommendation is to create your own favorite search. Favorite searches are available inside of Matrix. So I did a quick switch and we are now in the Matrix portal. So I can find your active listings that you can use to make a website, and you can find your office listings under my firm's active listings. And this morning, we did a search for okay to advertise listings and we filtered it a little bit in Coral Gables. I want to show you how to do a full list inside of Matrix so that you can filter however you want. Search cross property. So cross property will include all of the property types that are available inside of Matrix. Single family, multifamily, residential land, boat and docks, rentals, commercial land, commercial improved, and business brokerages. So I'm going to select cross property. Then I'm going to roll on down. And like I showed you this morning, we're going to add an additional field. And that field that we're going to add is okay to advertise. So in the search, type in okay, find OK to advertise. Click Add. When it pushes over to the right and it says OK to advertise under selected fields, you are ready to go. Click on Back. Roll on down. OK to advertise. My favorite is yes, attribution not required. I don't have to ask permission because the system already gives it to me. And I don't have to give the attribution to the agent. It's not a requirement. This is my favorite, and I already have more than 5,000 results. We're going to save this for ourselves, clicking on results. But if you don't mind the attribution, you can do yes, attribution required. If you don't mind having to ask permission, you have yes with written broker approval. And of course, you have more options now. So I can click on results. I'm going to click on save. This is for us. So I'm going to click on new save search. And this is my OK to advertise listings. And I have it in matrix, which I love because again, we can filter so much more. And then I'm going to enable this as a favorite. And then I'm going to save it. So I'm hoping you guys open up your matrix. You see your favorites. If your favorites happen to be on the side somewhere or towards the bottom, grab the widget, move it front and center. I'm hoping you guys look and it says OK to advertise listings. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to do a little advertising. And you know that all these listings are good to go. They're always going to be active. They're always going to be okay to advertise, and you can filter however you want that day. So you can click on criteria and you can say, well, today I'm interested in advertising multifamily income properties that are available in Miami-Dade County. I have 212 results that are available for me. I can click on results and they are all available for me here. Now I can move through here and I have my types. I'm going to drag this a little bit and I can filter. So this is the duplex. I want to move into some of the triplex properties. I know these are good to go for me. Pick the properties that you like, that you want to advertise, whether it'll be based on aesthetic or based on price, whatever your motivation. Here I can add things. So address, when I click, insert column, give me my city so I can easily adjust to where I'm looking. You can filter through subdivision. Let's do another one, insert column. Let's do original list price. And then I can see there was a drop here. Is this the one I liked? Not initially, but it looked like they used some virtual staging here to zhuzh up the room. And I'd like to advertise it. So this is available on 11330 Peachtree Drive. It's a triplex and they just lowered the price. So this is something I can advertise. I'm going to select, copy, move into Agent 3000, and I can create a website. Accept terms, I agree. Our favorite is template 3. Well, some of us. And I'm going to post it with no address. And I'm going to market it. I'll grab this link. I'll paste it into my Facebook. right? Whatever you'd like to add on there um, as an option. You can put more detail. It has the price point here. Next post, you can say something like preview from the comfort of your home. Maybe you can add some of the benefits of purchasing multifamily property if that happens to be your niche, but you have a little bit more filtering capabilities within Matrix. And then however you decide to post, you can. All right. So those are your single property websites. Have fun with these. I think they're wonderful. I'm going to move down into the next section, which is Craigslist. I am not a Craigslist user. I remember it being very popular early 2000s. Um, but here you have the option if you'd like to advertise on Craigslist to get that HTML that you would need to be able to build out those pages. So all you need is the MLS number. So I'll go ahead and I'll pull one of these. Go back into Agent 3000. I've moved past our single property websites and into Craigslist. And to get the program started, all I need is an MLS. If this happens to you and it says no result or no matches found, you have to put your mouse behind the A and click inside the box and then delete the space. Select the MLS number, accept the terms, and then click I agree. This will give you the Craigslist ad. It'll give you a summary ad and it'll give you a detailed ad. So I'm going to click on the summary ad so you can see it. It looks like this. So you would create the account inside of Craigslist. You would create the post within Craigslist and you would copy paste this HTML into the program. Click here is to show you what it would look like. Do I have any Craigslist users in our chat today? Now, this is the listing description. You would still have to load the photos. Okay. Now, your other option is the detailed ad. So you get the HTML for that. And then I'll show you where it says click here so I can show you what it looks like. And this is more of the extended description with your contact info. Chucky's like, I don't like it. Claudia's like, nope. Mercedes is not a fan. So Craigslist was really big in the early 2000s. I have found that there has been many fraudulent claims that go through Craigslist. So it's not my favorite, but the option does exist here. I think what's more popular these days is Facebook Marketplace. Now, let's talk about Facebook Marketplace for 1 second. If you are using Facebook Marketplace, be sure that the listings that you are posting are your listings. Why? When you post on Craigslist, when you post on Marketplace, the system will specifically ask you if this is your listing. So if you are advertising a property that is okay to advertise, you cannot claim that listing as your own. So please, please do not post listings that are okay to advertise or do not belong to you inside of Marketplace and claim them as your own. You can receive a violation and a fine for that. Okay, so no Facebook Marketplace with okay to advertise listings, only your own listings. Okay, let me close out Craigslist. Moving on down, our next option is called the QR codes. Now, I think QR codes are fantastic. I think we use them all of the time. And if you didn't know, QR codes have been around since 1992. Initially, they were used for medical supplies. But I do remember real estate agents trying to use QR codes for the longest time, but nobody made them as popular as restaurants did in 2020. But yes, they've been around since 1992. How do I set up these QR codes? So you can make a QR code for a listing. You can make a QR code for a virtual card. You can create a QR code for any website or URL. And then you can also make a QR code for a text. So for listing, you can add in the listing ID. You also have the option to force a customer to enter their email to view the listing for lead capture. And then you can select where you're going to put this QR code so that the system can track it. Whether you're going to put it on a sign, on a newspaper, on a magazine, on a postcard, on a mailer, on an email, on a flyer, on Facebook, on Trulia, on Zillow, on realtor.com, on Craigslist, on your website, or you're going to create a custom option that you can name. So, open house flyer, flyer, uh, August 9th. And it'll track all of that information. I'm going to force it and then I'll get the QR code. So then if anybody scans it, they have to open up their camera. They can get access to my QR code, but then they have to fill out their information in order for them to be able to see the details. It says type your email below and then click view listing for to instantly view all of the photos and information on the property. And then they see all of the details. That is, of course, optional. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I'll remove the forced option and then just get a QR code without that option. So, Marina, regarding ad compliance and everything that your particular broker would want, you would have to have a conversation with your brokerage. But your logo does appear. The name of the real estate company does appear. The office is also available there. The full name of the agent is also available there. And it depends what you put in your settings. So if you didn't put your full name or the name of your brokerage, then it won't appear. So we want to make sure that your settings are in place. And regarding what your broker would need or to be compliant with your broker is a conversation with them. When you want to do a sign option, how do you send it? You're welcome. When you want to do a sign option, you have the option to get the QR code. This, I would have to send it to my brokerage. I mean, my sign company. So I would have to right click and save as or do a screenshot of this QR code in order for me to access it. The writers and QR trackers are here at the bottom. So anyone who scans in, the information will be available for them there. So it's kind of like a screenshot that you would have to do to grab that QR code. Your other option is your V card. So this is your digital card. You can add in all of your information, your website, the name of your brokerage, and create a QR code. This is going to share all of your personal details. So what is the difference between what we created this morning? What we created this morning, which was the Realty Biz card, somebody said it. It's kind of like a mini website that then they can download the information or your contact information right into their phones. When it comes to this QR code, when it comes to this QR code, the information in one step is available within their cell phone contacts. They don't get all of the links and the profiles and the search and everything, but they do get all of your contact in their cell phone in one go. So they can simply just create the new contact on their cell. So this is a little bit more direct. And then you have your URL. So you can put any website here that you would like. So this is my Instagram and this is my QR code. You are welcome to scan it if you'd like to follow me. And we have gone over some of the best options regarding Agent 3000. I have the recording already available for you. I do have your emails. I have part 1 and part 2 and part 3. I don't see that I'm going to have part 3 this month. So what I can do is I can send you part 3. You can review all of the options regarding the website and the CRM. And anybody who attended today and spent the morning with me, thank you for spending the morning. And I will be sure to send out those recordings to everyone who registered. So thank you so much for attending today. Thank you for being Miami members. If you have any additional questions for me, I'm going to leave you my email inside of the chat. You guys are all fantastic.